Hello everybody, welcome to more Satisfactory, Sunday's Factory instead of Saturday Factory. Amounts to the same thing. Let us load. Hello B, Scruffo, Midas, Dimension, anyone fooling around out there? I'm doing okay. We slept for a long time and apparently that didn't matter. I'm still tired. But you know, I've got some green tea, which is less caffeinated than the rest of the tea I've been having lately, so hopefully that'll stop me from being so out of control. My says I've been very out of control. Super chaos. So let's see. Well, I had an idea. I need concrete. Find a hotbar. Hover plus. Okay. I had not been making use of my hotbar down there at all. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I have a plan. I think my plan is going to be to basically make a floating refinery out here. Use up all that space. Means lots of concrete. Good thing we're making lots of concrete. Always use more. Lots of this stuff too. I guess so. I mean, it seems like, because I have such a cramped location, I feel like I kind of just need to. Now here's the question, is there a good way? Oh. Is there a good way to, like... Oh, interesting. I don't think I'd want it to be that thick. Is there a good way to just, like, make... Wait, you can sample building? What does that mean? Sample building, middle mouse button. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Toggle build mode. Build mode Zoop? What is build mode Zoop? Oh. Okay. I think I know what Zoop is. Is Zoop Z-axis? It seemed like Zoop was just go for a while axis. So why are we all at weird angles here? So if I do this... Yeah. It's just go for a while. So I can use that to easily do what I want to do, which is fall through the floor. Yeah. So Zoop is what I was looking for. God damn it. Zoop is what I was looking for what I'm wanting to do. Shoot! Okay. Stupid tiny ass thing. So hard to get up this thing in a reasonable amount of time. Well, that's why I made this big ramp, but, you know, that would require me to use the big ramp. And who does that? Certainly not me. We are just making a big area where I can just do whatever I want here. Huge area. For production. For lots of production. Direction. That'll be, I think, big enough for to start with. Yeah, I was hoping that there was some option to do something like this. I was expecting like kind of a copy-paste sort of thing where I'd make like a square area and then have to paste it over and over. But this works too. Okay, so we have giant area. This ought to be plenty of space to do whatever it is I need to do. So of course that means it's time to start tearing everything down. Starting anew. I guess this can stay over here for now. I don't really have any reason to move it. It wants stuff. It wants stuff. Yeah, it's time. Stop. Any storage containers will stay for now. That would be absolutely too much work to redo those. To pick those up right now. That'd be a terrible idea, I think. That's my inventory. It's not doing too hot. Time to load it up and load up some storage inventory. For now. Yeah, that's the thing. My inventory is going to get destroyed by this, but that's fine. So make sure we're can't afford. Oh no. That's fine. That's enough. Okay, so want to have, okay, so we didn't really want to get rid of our miners. All these power lines over here are gonna like not be necessary anymore either. Hey Kama, how's it going? Yeah, I've decided to make my world in the sky. They do not need sunlight below. It is fine. We're doing this already. Okay. So, first of all, we need... remember how to play this game. Miners... generally need to come in this direction. So miner... so this guy's going to be mining at 120 per minute. Smelters can handle... how much per minute? You can handle 30 per minute. But we need to split this 4 ways. What is the best way to split this 4 ways when I can only split 3 ways? I feel like that's something Midas or Screffa might know. Because it's something Midas has been doing, I think, on his single-player playthrough. Midas, do you have any input on that? What do you mean another miner? Like having 2 miners? That... how would another miner help with that? That doesn't make sense to me. Do you get a thing later, help with splitting? Okay, I'm just trying to figure out... okay, he's not responding. Hey, Broader Leader, how's it going? Do I need to find that ore? Why do I need to find that ore? Are you here now, Midas? I was saying you had been doing something to split, like somehow split to make 4 equal lines from a single line. I was wondering how you did it. That's what I was asking before. You just used 1 splitter? How'd you make 4 lines from 1 splitter? Oh, split into 2 and then split again? Ah. That does make sense. Yeah. Okay, so... that means we can have 4 smelters. The 4 smelters will give us 30 iron ingots each. What is it I'm focused on making right now? Yeah, that's a much easier way to split. Now I need structure. So I'm going to make, definitely want to make iron plates out of one of them, but that only uses, okay, that uses 30 ingots per minute, so that's good. Iron rods, however, do not until I fix them by doing this. Alternative iron wire. That's weird. I don't like that. I feel like, I guess I'll have my other overloads, I wonder. I definitely don't need that many iron plates. But if these are only using 15 per minute, then I can split 2 more times from here. Like, that one's overloaded, but the other 2 use a split. I definitely need a lot of iron rods. Got... You get a normal conveyor belt. You are overclocked to get a normal conveyor belt. These other 2 need, needs a splitter. I mean, invalid shape. Maybe if I make it really close. Yeah. Put it there. And then other one. Split into yet 2 more of these structures. Oh, that's invalid shape. I wish I could, like, kind of see how bitchy it was going to be about these, like, ahead of time. Why is that an invalid shape? Yeah, it just does weird stuff. Okay. So, iron rods, iron rods. Got lots of iron rods. got a crap ton of ingots on me, so they're just going to already be kind of overloaded. That's okay. Boy, your free ingots. So now we need some power pulls going on. How many? Yeah. We don't need enough pulls. Okay. That's that. Just basic stuff done. Oh, I didn't actually power this thing. Oh, nice. Well, good luck with that, Scruffo. Here we go. Splitting everywhere. Ah, lovely. Lovely clipping. Okay, so that's one line kind of redone-ish. Need to actually... I haven't gotten your ingots yet. So hold up. Coming slowly. Okay, so what do I want them to do with these? I want one of these guys to probably make screws. I'll need one of these eventually. Let me just look. We need plates to make frames. We also need plates, screws to make plates, screws to make rotors. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of screws. We're outputting 15 per, except for this one that's outputting... this one that's output. Except for this one that's outputting 30 per. Well, the belts don't need to be faster. So we got plates. Getting 20. Yeah, we need a smelter. Another constructor. Put it down real quick. You're making screws. You need 10 iron rods for 40 screws. So the output from this one can be split. I think the plates are fine to go into a storage container. Lined up? So hard to tell. So plates can go into a storage container for now. We're going to have this here. The splitter. One thing split into 3 fellas equally. And all of them can make what we're looking for. Ooh, calm down. Wish I could put the constructors on top of each other, that'd be neat. All 3 of these are going to make screws. They're making 40 per minute. We can have them merge into one storage for now. You lined up? Or are you just fake lined up? Wow, you are really close. Jeez. I think I could make them that close. I need more power line over here. Okay. That's one fella has been taken care of to start making screws. Between the four, so that's 120 screws. They're only using 10 of the rods, which is fine. That's how much I'm giving them. Okay. Did I ever start my timer? I don't think I did. Natural resource pods. I don't know what that means yet. Let's see. So, trying to figure out. So I've got screws coming. 120 per minute. I'm gonna need those for an assembler at some point. Make. So I need rotors. Rotors is 20 rods, 100 screws. I'm getting enough screw production. 20 of these technically be 2-ish of them, which isn't ideal. It's just slightly more than what they're normally making. I guess I could put them into a storage container and have them split out. We're getting 15 per. So if I take all 4 of these can combine into one line that goes into a storage container. For now. Merge twice. I think that's an illegal. And we'll just do this gonna be like that. Okay. Yeah, the illegal shape thing is really obnoxious. Like, don't let me place it there if it's going to be an illegal shape, you know? Shouldn't be having slowdown like this. What's happening? Are we pausing? I guess this thing can't process them fast enough. You know, there's a supersized storage container I can get. I think I have to... Do I have to learn it from over here, or... Is it coming from here? Or is it coming from... Oh, hey, mine are marked too. I guess it's coming from over here then? Yeah, I have to learn it. I'm just trying to remember if I learn it from the Awesome Shop or from... this. It's from the tiers? I saw it before. I'm kind of surprised I'm not seeing it now, unless I just blinded it. I passed it? Oh, okay. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, here it is. Industrial storage container. Okay. Well, I don't like that there's a little bit of a backup happening here with this. So I might just turn this into 2 storage containers instead. They can merge later on their own. Fine. Double up on storage container. Doesn't want me to just like stick that in the sky exactly the way I would want to. Actually, I know what I can do. I need... Actual conveyor pole. I need like one of these. Lift it up here. On my merger. That looks stupid. Oh, I've made that too tall. I just... No, it's too steep. That's why I'm wanting to... Oh my god. Have that there. I have a feeling I wouldn't like that. Okay, I only have to do 2 of them. for that one, and then the other two can go into the other one. There. Whatever. Very stupid. Like how weirdly bendy this is. Like I thought it said it was lined up. It had like the little green line, which means they should have been lined up, but no, look at it. Yeah. Okay, so that, I guess that works because I do have two purposes for these for now. So, let's see. Got good output of this. So we're going to need, first of all, iron rods, 20 per minute. I can get from one of these. And then screws 100 per minute. So that should be fine. Put this in a good position. Lined up with that. So screws I need per minute. There. This is our rotor we were making? Yeah, rotor. And we just that. Oh hey look, I need more platform. Why are you at such a weird angle? Okay. No. Anyway. Yeah, it's weird about the splitters and mergers for sure. Right, power. Need power line maxed out. I'm a fool. We need this power. Go. Output into a storage container. Once. You're making just 4 per minute, so that's not really a big deal. That's the thing, all of this just to, like, support one of these creations, basically. We need another constructor, or assembler, rather. What am I making with this one? Reinforced iron plates? So we need more screws. Somehow. For reinforced iron plates. Actually, I don't need those at the moment. Well, I do, actually, for the modular frames. It also needs more of those things. So, somehow I need to make more screws. Per minute. I should just leave a assembler down just so I can, like, use it as an example. I need 12 screws. That's not that many. This is receiving 120 and using 100. Technically, I could split off of this one. But I don't think I should. So... we're adding how many to this guy? We're adding 30 minutes to this guy. Isn't that many. Yeah, that's the thing is I need just like a second set of screw production. Like I need all of this again just for screw production. I guess I could just have this whole section be dedicated to screw production, not make any plates at all. Which I should have thought of before I started doing this. Let's turn you off for now. I only have, what, one guy? Only one guy was making plates. One guy making plates. Become two more guys making rods. Or one guy making rods. Actually, yeah, I know I have more overclock stuff around. Somewhere. It's probably one of these things that I'm destroying now. Get many more? Yeah, I have 3 of them now, so they were over here. I keep hitting Q to like melee attack before I jump, which is not something in this game. New plan, you are making more rods. If you're making 30 rods, that means you can make 3 more sets of screws. Am I going to fit you? My plan has already been ruined. Okay, so 3 more constructors. What I could do. Can I really not, like, use these platforms up here to make more... Can't stop me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find the correct height, and I'm gonna do it. Slightly higher than that. I have an actual good way up there. That's the real question. A convenient way up here. I guess I had to climb on the miner and then jump over. Walls. That would be smart, but no. I do not do smart things. Not in this house. Okay, so we are going to... Let's... This fella. Actually, I already messed that up. We're going to split this fella. No, that's fine. We're lined up there. Now I have something. Conveyor lift holes, yes. Will it do that automatically for me if I use a lift? Oh, it just doesn't care. I can just do that. I thought I would need a hole, but I guess it doesn't give a shit. Okay. Yeah. Don't need all. Can I jump up from here? I feel like I did the originally. Oh no, I jumped up from those things. Can I build a ladder? Whatever. I guess I could build a ramp, but that's work. Okay, so all of these are for more constructors. Of course. Where's my closest friendly power line? I went a little bit overboard on how much platform I was building here. I didn't actually need all this platform. I mean, it's fine. So another storage container. I'm gonna have. You're building. How many are you outputting? 40 per minute. I think we ran into the problem before where can it handle that much at a time? I guess it can. And they're not lined up. It's gonna get bitchy about that. The depth perception in this game is really weird to me for some reason. Like, I don't know why I just can't handle it. Can I not just have it... what are you doing? You know what? Fine. We'll just have the merger inside of it? Is that fine? I guess that becomes an item. Okay, that's cool. We'll have, that's foundation. Go there. Here. And you come over here. And that should start loading into the storage container. Yeah, okay. Cool. I didn't realize you could merge, like, to put the mergers as part of the lift. It looks weird. But it's convenient. Okay, so we got screw production number 2. And we were wanting to make reinforced iron plates. That's going to need 60 screws per minute, which is fine. And then 30 iron plates per minute, which is also not a big deal. Okay, so go right next to this other one. Very similarly. Why are you? So iron plates isn't really a big deal. Wait, what? Which? What? What happened? What happened to? What? What happened? Where? Where did this go? Where'd my miner go? I see. That is... I guess that would explain why this power line had an extra slot available. Well, anyway. We will get that all started up again. What's in here? 1,000,000 ingots for some reason. We're making screws. You're not doing that anymore. Oh, and you have one of my overclockers. You're not even doing anything right now. You're making smart plating. Back. So... good. I'm actually going to probably end up moving my inventory's full. I couldn't actually take all the junk. Okay, let me... That's... Let me figure out what to do with my inventory here. Okay, you know what? I don't need to have ingots. Get out of here. Oh, this one left a crate behind too. I also don't need all of this. Don't need ore. With that, got lots of screws. We need plates. That was what I was getting at here this whole time. We're producing 20 plates per minute here. I don't want to really take from that. I'm gonna have another line of smelters coming up soon. This right here. You're going to be also making 120 ore. Yeah, split. We have to do another double split like before. That's not aimed very well. What is it trying to line up with? Yeah. So, where to send these off to? Their series of 4 smelters. Beautiful. I imagine you get better splitters eventually or something. That it's not, you don't have to do this stupid like double split thing. For now, look like this. We're all making bits. Oh my god, get out of here. I have a power line problem going on. Now, constructors. Iron plates. These only use 20. Oh, these use 30 ingots. Okay, so this will be perfect to make just a ton of plates. More power lines. Oh. Yeah. Alright, plates. Amazing. All that for over here. This wants full 30 plates per minute. Not really that exciting. Oh right, I made 2. Why is there a hold up here? What? Do these things produce... They only produce 20 per minute. Can this conveyor belt not handle that speed? What's the deal here? This should be able to handle 60, but this should be able to handle 60, so there should not be any slowdown happening. There shouldn't be any pausing. I guess this had a backup of it, so it was outputting 60 per second on both lines for a bit. It'll probably clear up over time. Okay, so anyway, all of that go here. Are you powered? No. You're making iron plates. Then you can output into a storage container also. That looks like it's overlapping. Is it? Yes. We're producing 5 iron plates and 4 rotors. Iron plates is 60 screws per minute. That's pretty much as good as that's gonna get. Is what just a Mark 1? Yeah, I'm only using Mark 1 belts unless they're having to move more than 60 items. Because the Mark 1 belts move 60 items per second. So I only use Mark 2s if I need to move more than 60. So now that that's I need to just sort my here. So I got rotors. I don't need. I got 5 power shards still. A lot of power shards. I could overclock you, for sure. Could overclock. Well, no, I couldn't overclock you, but I could overclock you maybe. $150 screws per minute. No, that's too much. Do this though. A 10-star horse armor, amazing. Could upgrade this, go faster also. Have to update this belt. Two belt. Oh, we're getting 10 iron plates per minute. Yeah, I don't have a way to get more screws with this one faster, so this one, I mean, I could upgrade it to do 6 per minute, but it's going to eventually hit a snag on the screws. Because it can't actually transport 150 screws per minute. That's okay. Cannot wear it as you're not a horse. That's amazing. Okay, so we got good production going on there. These two are making stuff and not actually outputting anywhere still. What was the recipe for modular frames? Ah, I see. Well, we do have this one not being used yet. We need ourselves some modular frames. Can't afford. So modular frames, 3 reinforced iron plates and 12 iron rods. If I was going to do something like that, I'd want to, like, let's see, 3 per minute. This produces 10 per minute. I could do. frame. Of course, we'll go into yet another storage container. Yeah, and you need power. Power, overrated. Yeah. 24 per minute. You should be able to get 24. Have those just turn you out. Okay. Power grid's doing fine. See how efficient my use of the copper over here is. I'm producing 120 copper, which I'm putting straight into the storage container, which is probably full. And then it's splitting 3 times the 3 smelters. That definitely could be done better. Whole section's a mess. What's even happening here? Oh, that's right. I'm making the stupid thing tickets. Alright, let us... Definitely need to, at some point, tackle whatever's happening here, but I can probably wait. I'm not really, like, desperate for that sort of stuff. We might have enough stuff for basic steel production now. I'm sure it'll be a whole new can of worms. That's still making very slowly. Alright, I'm going to split the recording here and take a quick break. I'll be back in a moment. For those watching on YouTube, you can see me live at twitch.tv/Rejax or squishy.1. For everyone else, I'll be back momentarily.